Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're returning, if you're a new viewer, welcome. If you dig my vibe, please subscribe. I am on the road to 100 subscribers, so I would really appreciate it. Today we're doing Pisces. I'm actually starting from the bottom today. Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. Anyway, so we're just going to do a reading for Pisces. And you know, if this resonates with you, definitely let me know in the comments and like the video and share if you care. Alright, so for who the person is on your mind, I think this is someone who I feel like you all might have had this type of connection that was very physically affectionate, right? But it's because I get this kisses card here, but I still get something about them was being held back because I have this secret admirer card energy here. Something about this person was a little bit reserved, even though they were physically affectionate. Let's see. What's that about, Holy Spirit? Yeah, okay, I got Dream Catcher. So this is something about their internal world, Pisces, for who this person is. Oh, yeah, arrows of love. That's what it is. They were trying to figure out a way to go after what they wanted as far as love. Okay. So, yeah, that's what this is giving me, the same vibe, both of these cards. Like, they had some sort of unspoken feeling, but internally they were trying to figure out the best approach to really express what they really wanted with you. Yeah, because even though, like I said, there was a lot of physical affection, something was still missing. Yeah, and that's because they were holding back certain emotions. Yeah, and they were trying to see this taking a gamble energy here. See, they were holding back because they were trying to figure out if this was a risk worth taking. Yeah, that's what they were trying to figure out. Yeah. And let's see if I can clarify this other part here on who this person is, Pisces. See, and I got this what a waste here. So something about this connection, I think it wasn't right. Something about this was not right. Let's see if we can clarify that. Ooh. And I do get here that, this is crazy. See, I got this card. And it's saying, I'm not saying that's all I want, but I want your touch. But that's so crazy because that's already here. This physically affectionate energy. So I just kind of get the vibe that I feel like, oh, okay, see, then I got twin flame here. So what I'm getting here is that this person, they're trying to convince themselves that, you know, all this connection is physical. That's what they're trying to do here. They're trying to convince themselves that all this connection is physical. That's who this person is, okay? They were holding back, but they were super emotionally present during physical moments, right? But They were holding back because they were scared of taking a risk, right? And I think that they felt like it would be a waste to actually take the risk. And I think that's because this was just too intense for them. This was too freaking intense. This is absolutely another freaking avoidant. Always getting freaking avoidance. Yeah, and that's why they left you hanging. Okay? They left you hanging. That's also a part of this what a waste. Because, you know, they kind of psyched themselves out saying that it wouldn't be worth their time because this is only a physical connection. But whole time, this what a waste is really you, because they left you hanging. And you're like, what a waste, because of all this physical connection and affection. But see, and then I get this other energy here. Please clarify this, Holy Spirit. What is this talking about? I'm feeling like this person is in deep reflection right now because they're trying to overcome their fears. They're trying to overcome their fears about this connection. And it's like they want to express whatever has been on their mind, right? Because something about this connection has changed them, which is the same as this overcoming obstacles energy here. And I think it was probably this rejection. They felt rejected by you, which is crazy as heck because I have them as the one that left you hanging. What? Okay? Like, what? What world are you living in? Alright, Holy Spirit, how the heck do they feel like the Pisces collective rejected them when they're the one that left Pisces hanging? What the heck is that about, Holy Spirit? I'm just so confused. Not this card came out and was spinning. You cannot make this stuff up. Wow. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's why. That's why they feel rejected, because they expected you to pick up the burden and do the hard work. Yeah. They expected you to fall into familiar patterns and do the heavy lifting, Pisces. They expected you to be empathetic, all right? And you to come forward and be nostalgic, reminisce, you know. They expected you to fill the void, the gap. That's why they feel rejected, because you didn't come back to them after they left you hanging. Yeah. And see, that right there, that is actually what is making this person realize they need to change, because you did not chase after them. Yeah. They are in deep contemplation. They are restless thinking about this. Yeah, and they think about how giving you were. They think about just how soft and nurturing you were, Pisces. And this sudden change in your behavior, it feels like betrayal to them. Okay? It feels like betrayal. Like I said, rejection. This is that same energy. That's how they feel. And like I said, this change, this sudden change. You can't make this stuff up, Pisces. Yeah. You cannot. Wow. This is crazy. All right, Holy Spirit. What's this person's current emotions towards Pisces? What's this person's current emotions towards Pisces, Holy Spirit? Ooh. Okay, let me get some more. Please, Holy Spirit, current emotions towards Pisces. Too many cards. Current emotions towards Pisces, please. Okay. Yeah, we already know what this is about. This person is frustrated. It's because of this rejection. They feel betrayed. They feel betrayed and like you rejected them. That's what they're frustrated about. Okay? Even though, like I said, they're the ones that left you freaking hanging, like I said. But the fact that, you know, you didn't chase them like they were expecting you to, that's what is making them really reflect and think about how they need to make a change, okay? How they need to make a change, all right? Crazy. That's exactly what they're frustrated about. And then resigned. I get this is how they're feeling about you. They feel like you have given up on the connection because you didn't do this. Because you didn't fill the gap. Okay? You did not fill the gap and make up for their lack. They feel like you have given up on everything and the connection. All right? And then this is what I say. They feel this last one they got grateful. It's because of they feel warm thinking about how nurturing and giving you were. This is what they feel grateful for the opportunity to have experienced this with you. Okay? Literally. But like I said, it's a part of this physical connection here too. This is all a part of that because they're able to access certain emotions with you physically. Like I said, because they were constantly thinking about you and wanting to take a risk and wanting to reveal how they truly feel. But instead of doing that, they psyched themselves out to leave you hanging, okay? But again, this was to trigger deep healing. You can't make this stuff up. This was supposed to trigger deep healing in both of you. Okay? Seriously. All right, Holy Spirit. Now, what's the reason they left Pisces hanging if you got some extra information? You know, outside of their emotions, you know, what things was it exactly that had them leave Pisces hanging? You can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. See, they really left you hanging because they was being picky. They was being picky. That's why they was not sure about taking this risk, taking this gamble. Yeah, because they was being picky. And then right after that, tell me why I got vibes. I'm trying to clarify vibes. I get controlling. They were controlling vibes. They wanted somebody they could control more. And they were freaking cheating. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. That's why they didn't want to take a risk. That's why they didn't want to take a risk. They were being being picky and they were cheating. They didn't want to make a decision. Yeah, they just wanted somebody they could control more. They couldn't control you enough. Yeah, they felt like you were controlling them with this physical intimacy. That had a hold over them. They wanted to go find somebody else that they could have a hold on. They didn't like the fact that you had a hold on them. Yes, and this is what this was. This left hand, it was all a game. You were supposed to come forward. You were supposed to chase after them, and the fact that you didn't, like I said, that's why they sad. And they feel rejected, and they're upset. This is why. Because you didn't play your role, Pisces. Tell them to play their role. You see my sexy every time we scroll. I got it in the can. Doll. Your career gonna be with Anna Nicole. Anyway. Don't mind me. Alright. Yeah, alright, Holy Spirit. What is their karma for this? What is their karma for doing this to Pisces? If you don't mind sharing with us, Holy Spirit, I'm very curious. You know, how will the scales be rebalanced? Okay, Holy Spirit. What's the karma? Okay. What is karma? Well, you can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. See, this person's karma is they are forever going to feel like it's the same frustrated energy here. This is what I'm getting. The same frustrated energy here. Like they're going to forever feel like like it's a bitterness. It's a bitterness that I'm picking up on. This is their karma, right? And they'll forever be, it's like bitter, and I kind of get, you can't make this stuff up, regretful about the lost opportunity for love with you, okay? And harmony, right? And this person feels like they have lost their path to abundance, all right? They're losing self-respect and self-confidence, okay? Like, you cannot make this stuff up. And then justice, you cannot make this stuff up. This person's karma. They will forever be plagued internally. And they'll be intimidated by the fact that you did not play your role, Pisces. They'll be forever intimidated by this. They always will feel like they're not good enough for you. And see, I had got this Snapchat card. It didn't really make any sense. But when I clarified it, I got engagement and gossip. So I'm thinking Snapchat and gossip is just about this person. They're going to watch you move on and be fulfilled in life. And all they're going to do is just gossip about it. They're going to just spread rumors, whether that's inside their own head or with people in their circle. This is all I'm getting. Like, they're just going to be really messy about the fact that you're happy. Even if you don't necessarily move on to an actual engagement, it's just whatever joy, even if it's more like coming into a union with yourself again, Pisces, the joy and the bright light around you. You see that in the background? That's the energy I'm getting. This right here, they're going to have nothing but negativity whenever they see that, whether that's on Instagram, Facebook, all them platforms, whatever, TikTok. All they're going to have is little petty gossipy things to say, just to justify, to make themselves feel better because your joy. No, it's intimidating to them. It's intimidating. But like I said, you cannot make this stuff up. This all came out. Yeah, they are bitter about the lost opportunity. Look at that. For love and harmony and peace. They feel they have lost their path to abundance. What? And their self-respect and their self-confidence. And then this is divine justice. That's what this is. And that's their karma. And then, we got Valentine's Day around the way. You know what I'm saying? So, what's going on with that for this individual, Holy Spirit? You can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. Bad luck. They are not experiencing good luck this Valentine's Day. So their love life, no. Yeah. It's a lot of conflict and turmoil and differences with these people that they have in their love life right now. Yeah. And this person, what they're trying to do, they're trying to behave as though they are the man or the woman, right? But it's just self-protection. It's a facade. It is a facade. This person, they're not even, their energy this Valentine's Day is, this is just them going through the motions of what they feel like society should be having them do. Whatever they should be doing. Whether that's, being a man, buying some gifts for someone, or being a woman, setting up a romantic evening for someone. That's all I'm getting here. All right. And I did want to start with Pisces today because I always get cut off with storage by the time I get to Pisces. So I wanted to make sure I started with Pisces so I had enough time to really go into as much depth as I could with everything. But yeah, like I'm saying, this person, it's a lot of agreeing to disagree, just going along with the flow, just trying to do the right thing by whoever it is that they're involved with. But you know, it's still, this person doesn't have any control over the situation, and they're experiencing a lot of bad luck in this connection. Yeah, you know, whatever it is that they're doing. Yeah, and they really they really feel a lot of insecurity and despair. Yeah. Yeah. And you can't make this up. This material loss type of vibe, you cannot make this stuff up. And then it's this greed that keeps coming out, but to me, it's just this person is clinging to. This person is clinging to image, how they show up in society. Yeah, because that's all they have, literally. They literally, the lack of faith came out with the lovers, okay? This person has no faith in love. That's why they can only cling to societal standards, whatever they're doing with this other person. But I already told you, this is bad luck. This is a negative situation. All right? They have to suppress themselves. This is what this is about. They have to suppress their own emotional truth to maintain this connection. Or any future connections if they're not in one right now. But yeah, they understand the loss of you. They understand the loss, the missed opportunity for love and reciprocity. Yeah, that was this lost opportunity. Yeah. And this is their karma. They will continue to feel this way about you. It's like you'll be the one that got away, Pisces. Yeah. All right, and that's all I got for you. So if this resonates, please like, comment, subscribe. And, you know, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Everything is not for everybody. This could be a cross-watcher's read too. So, you know, take it how it resonates. And thanks for watching. Bye.